Discussion boards are becoming mandatory for almost all online classes, and that's because you're not meeting in person. So this is the way that you get to interact with fellow students. You get to generate ideas about what you're learning in the book and what you're learning on the assignments on Blackboard. And because different people come from different walks of life, different life experience, different work experience, they might understand the book differently than you understand the book as you're reading it. And this allows all that information to come into one place, and you can all learn from each other. It allows you to generate ideas and then reinforce the topics you're learning in the class. In order to write a complete response in the discussion board, give it thought and do some research. In addition to the research and thought, you might also want to put a personal perspective on it. Maybe you have some work experience that relates to the question, or maybe you've been in a similar situation that relates to a question, or you've heard a story. Those are great ways to share with the class. By putting thought and that kind of emphasis on your personal experience, it's going to make it easier not only for your instructor, but for your fellow students to write a response to what you're saying. The purpose for responding to your fellow classmates' discussion boards is to acknowledge all the work that they've done and to build off of what they've written. There's a lot further thinking and a lot more information that could come out of that initial post. So what you want to think about is, what can you add to that? What would you like to contradict? What don't you agree with? What would you, maybe like to, talk more about, or question more, ask a question. And these are great ways in learning. Now, be courteous when you're responding. Don't say anything that might hurt somebody's feelings or telling them that they're wrong. You know, disagreeing is one thing, telling somebody that they're wrong is another thing. You don't want to be mean, and I know that because they're not right in front of you and you can't see their face and you can't read their emotions, that it's easier to be mean or rude and not know it. So always be careful in what you're writing. Be careful with certain characters you use, like exclamatory marks and question marks. They can be read as passive aggressive. So just be courteous when you are responding. But the main thing is, you want to put some thought in your response. If you just say right on, period, or sounds cool, period, or me too, that's not a proper response, and your instructor should not be giving you credit for that response. Now it's your turn. Go out there and show them all how it's done. Good luck.